What is up, YouTube world? I'm Ashley D. Before I get started, please go ahead, hit the like and subscribe. Also, feel free to share this brief video as well. Everything I state is allegedly not a guaranteed fact, my own personal opinion and observation. So let's get to it. I wish each and every one of you a blessed Monday. Make sure you're covered and protected. Now, I am going to be briefly speaking on Lieonya, someone that carries a dark energy amongst herself, and whoever she's attached to tends to fall victim to that energy. You have to be careful who you attach yourselves to and realize what you're attaching yourselves to. A lot of people look at this whole situation, they look at the lights, the glitz, the praises, and they feel as though they want to be a part of that. However, shortly after they attached themselves to this, before they realized it, they're doing incriminating criminal things. They're withholding evidence. They're doing things that are shameful, embarrassing. They're hurting other people that are innocent. And most importantly, they fall prey soon themselves as a victim of just being a loyal friend. Sometimes we get tied up with people that we think are truly our friend and mean us some good, to only find out the second they think we are no longer any good or loyal to them, they throw you to the wolves. And that is unfortunately what they have done to Ashley Gatton. Now, I'm going to state allegedly before I get started once again. We do not have receipts yet. We don't have audio or actual proof. However, this has been circulating for the past day now. They've been bickering back and forth. Ashley, throughout this whole situation, has shown her loyalty to Lieonya as well as Mick Styles. No matter what she has said or done about trying to destroy and incriminate them. Now, she has exposed yesterday on Chatty Cathy's panel. If you have not seen that, please feel free to check it out. It was I would say a very changing moment for all of us who were tuning in. A lot of people did not expect to hear what they heard. I, from day one, have always been advocating for the kids. A lot of people feel funny, and I understand when it comes to speaking on people's children, they feel as though they're stepping into a territory that we just shouldn't step in. However, I'm going to stand on what I've been saying from day one. When it comes to the kids, there are no boundaries. Lieonya people on her side, they're fans. They're fans, they're loyal supporters. They're not friends. They don't have her best interests at heart. These are older people that know she does not have a mother figure, no one in her life to guide her. And to be honest, even if she did, I don't even think she would listen, because she thinks she's always right and she runs the show. Now, Lieonya has done so many things publicly to embarrass herself, her brand, and most importantly, try to bring her ex-husband down. These accusations were pretty deep and sad, especially when it comes to children. And I don't even think her ex is going to get involved to that extent, because he continuously stood up for her, even when it wasn't right in that moment, or maybe he should have fell back. Or most importantly, question her as a mother when she allowed a stranger to move in the home around his children, his 3 children, so early on after filing for divorce. That still hasn't been settled yet to this day. Now, it was alleged that Mr. Ed is physically abusive with Lieonya. He spit in her face. That is the most disrespectful thing you can do to anyone. And also choked her, allegedly, and left marks on her neck. And has been physical with her plenty of times. It's one thing when you speak things into the atmosphere. Shout out to Jared, a loyal subscriber. He was on Retta Beyonding Crafting channel yesterday. And when you're speaking from the heart, it hurts, because you see these children that did not ask to be there or in this world. They're put on camera. They're forced to put on a fake smile. We know as parents what's real and what's not. And they continue to carry on because their mother, the terrorizer, the one who dictates and runs the show, they know they need to get in line and play that part and play it well, or they might suffer consequences later on for that, even if it is a verbal altercation. Now, it also was alleged that Booger Boy, wide hip receiver, Chase the Rainbow, flaring nostrils, has put his hands on Joshua and punched him continuously in the chest because young Joshua decided to wear his shoes to school and he messed them up. You would think now she would step in and tell this man, do not put your hands on my child, and put him out of the home. You would think if she was physically abused, allegedly by Mr. LaTruth, because we still haven't got the truth about that. It was physical, it wasn't physical. She was putting Band-Aids on it. She was covering it up. It was just verbal. It was so many different stories that she told. We still don't understand what lie was she trying to tell us. What was she trying to push? If it was any type of abuse whatsoever, why would you want that abuse in your next relationship in your home? But like I was stating, Jared, shout out to you. He said exactly what I was thinking. You have to be careful what you manifest and what you speak into your existence. She spoke abuse on her husband. The same energy she put out there that she wanted people to believe, that she wanted everyone to look at her as though she was a victim of DV. It's the same thing she manifested into her reality, allegedly, with this relationship that she's in now, that she's been covering from day one to make it look good for the camera. Now, he punched your son in the chest, and we saw how comfortable he was so early on in the beginning of this. How little Joshua came out the room. Mr. Ed is on live in the home, and he asked him, what was he doing out the room? He's trying to be slick. That's his house. He should feel comfortable and safe enough to come out of the room to talk to his mom or whatever it was he wanted to do without this man that's just only dating a mom, that should not be telling him what to do, should not be controlling, dictating, whether he's a man in the house or not. That's just a boyfriend, and that's where it should have stayed. And it never should have crossed those lines when it came to your children. But you allowed that. He saw how you mothered your kids. He saw how you operated. You first, self first, him next, kids next, after that, third in line. And he used that as an opportunity to build his brand, build off of you, and become self-made. So when he walks away, when both of you are pointing a finger at one another, he has a tell-all on you and you have dirt on him. But the question is, who's going to spill it first and who's going to be credible to believe? That's what it's going to be next, because that day will come as well. Your relationship was built off of lies. And your people on your part who acts like a cult are forced to be quiet, turn the eye as though none of this is going on, just like when the accusations came out about cheating and they continue to support you and support Mr. Ed and never speak on it because you didn't. So this will be ignored once again until it's further evidence on your side. Act like it never happened, because that's the type of person you are. You're all about image. Even so, to the point of, regardless if it's protecting your kids or not, you want to protect yourself first. And that's not what a mother does. And the most sad thing about this, we saw you bless Mr. Ed with jewelry, shoes, clothes, continuous trips, all these amazing things when I saw your children being half taken care of, getting on camera the next day with the same clothes on, doing a skit. So that let me know they slept in those clothes and you didn't care. You put them on camera the next day. We saw him interact with the girls a little bit more than the boys. And that was uncomfortable to watch, but we had to take it because it was your children in your life. And just like those people on your side, they're not going to speak up about it. They're going to go along with whatever you say because that's how they operate. They don't have your best interests at heart, or they would have been spoke out early on about you as a mom, the things that you're doing, and trying to help you correct those. As a young mom, they would say, a young mom of 4 trying to figure it out, huh? When you're a mom of 1, you try to figure it out. When you're a mom of 4, it should already be figured out. There shouldn't be any more questions. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You do all these amazing things. You show the world, you self-care, self-love yourself, and you've never put that into your kids. You've always half done it just to shut us up over here, just to silence us, to say, I did it. What next? I combed their hair. What's next? We see you get your hair done 2 days out of the week, even with braids sometimes. But yet, Joshua has to steal some shoes probably that you bought for this man to wear to school when his mom is making bank. She's bankrolling this man's lifestyle. She's gifting him on a regular. But yet, he has to steal shoes, and this man feels comfortable enough to chastise him. He wants to justify him being okay with putting his hands on this young boy who has a father that is probably not going to speak out to get along, to keep the peace, who more than likely you probably don't have on child support. We all know what type of baby's mother you are. You are a terrorizer, and he doesn't want that in his life. He's married the complete opposite of you. And now these accusations are out. What are you going to do about them? I know what you're going to do about them. You're going to continue to turn the blind eye, just like you've done from day one. You're going to continue to try to gather dirt on your ex, to switch this story around, to refocus everything, and continue to put out skits as though this never happened. This man has a father. And if he was a real father, he would stand up and he would have been stepped in there and said something to you, because the way you moved from the beginning was not in the best interest of the children. Bringing a man into the home with small kids. You have your daughter on the camera with a pamper walking around in front of Mr. Ed when he's been in your home not even 2 months. Everything that you have done from this point on has showed us you are an unfit mother. You are selfish. Your son should have never had to steal shoes to wear to school, when you should have his room full of shoes. Before you decided to take care of your man-child, your son should have been able to get those kind of shoes. I spoke on that as well. You can't tell me the $500 shoes that Mr. Ed has that you gifted him with, that your son doesn't know how expensive those shoes are, and he doesn't want those, but he knows you're not going to get those for him. But he saw plenty of time the shoes that you've gotten for Mr. Ed, and how when it comes to them, they get the bare minimum. This story is bothering. It's so many bits and pieces that are missing. Ashley was blackmailed. She was loyal to the T at the end until she felt like she was forced in a corner. I know there are so many other things that can be exposed, but I want us all to stay calm now. We have to do further investigation. We just have to wait for things to play out, and we have to have proof and facts. But we must acknowledge the fact that, however, this was stated. And it was stated a couple of times. My prayers and thoughts are with those children in that home. The things that they see on the regular, that she claims the little girl has to go to therapy for, but yet she's witnessing it firsthand with this stranger in the home with her mom. I'm quite sure if he's putting his hands on you privately, there's been physical altercation publicly. He even showed us a broken phone from you, but you probably threw it at him, and he probably responded back with that type of energy that you claim your ex-husband, soon to be, had for you, right? So the moral of this story is, it is very, very important, and be careful who you tie and bind yourself to, what you speak into your existence. Be careful what you wish for, or you just might get it. I am Ashley D. Please feel free to leave your opinion down below, what you think about this whole situation. My heart will be with those kids. I hope that there will be further investigation going on into these accusations. They're very serious. I will be speaking with each and every one of you soon. Take care.